Do you want to just go through the 10 to 1 to get laughs out the way?
Yeah.
All right. So, number 10, I got Danny Granger.
I didn't put Danny Granger on my list.
Damn.
It was a 3-man, whatchamacallit.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. God damn. You know what? I set myself up for that one. I had 3 players that I was trying to decide who was going to get that final spot on the countdown list. So, Danny Granger was one of them that didn't make the cut. So, yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
You good, my brother? He had Indiana Pacers relevant for the time after Reggie Miller left and after was that after the Mavs and the Palace, right? He was after the Mavs and the Palace. So
I think he was there. He might have been there.
I mean, I think he was a youngin' if he was there. If he was,
didn't really take off.
Right. He took off after that, but it was the Reggie Miller Pacers. Danny Granger held him up to Paul George. He was that connection, and let's be honest, he's number 10 on my list, so he didn't do nothing that crazy. So number 10.
All right, my number 10, I actually got Steven Jackson.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I never didn't put him on the list.
Nah, he
deserved it.
Yeah, he had a slow start to the decade, like the first couple years. But once he got to the Spurs in 2003, he helped that team win the championship. Then he got traded the next year to the Hawks. And he had a couple years he played with the Hawks. He was a consistent 20-point scorer. I think he was an all-star, can't remember. But he also got traded to Golden State. And he was like, probably like, I don't want to say the best player, but like probably the second best player on that We Believe team. But just like throughout the decade, you know, he was a consistent scorer. So, you know, that's why I gave him the respect. Dude used to get buckets.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put him above Danny Granger, but, you know, that's cool. Who's the person who missed out?
Danny Granger. Shit. Oh, who the fuck it was? I forgot. It was one more person.
All right. So, number 9, I got Andre Karolinko. He had Utah relevant.
AK-47.
And that's his nickname. That's my number 9. That's my number 9.
That's all you got on.
He was all defense, but I mean that's what else I'm gonna say about him? He got hurt a lot, but you know he had a fire nickname and he had Utah relevant for like a couple years.
You think he wore 47 because of his name?
I will assume so. Ain't he Russian?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Come on now. Ain't no joke. He knew exactly what the fuck he was doing.
Oh man.
He was like, he probably the one who set the whole Brittany Griner situation.
My number 9, I don't know, it might be controversial, but he didn't really do much. Them couple years in the decade, I got KD.
Yeah, it's controversial, but I mean,
looking at it like having KD that low, but it's like he got drafted in 07. He had 07, 08, 09. Like he was scoring, but they wasn't really winning. He just was a good young scorer on a bad team. And like at 2010s when he took off, they started winning, and you know he took off or whatever. But I was like, yeah, he just was a good scorer. I mean, I'll give him that respect because he KD, but really didn't do nothing. He really didn't do anything. I mean, he was scoring, but like far as accolades, he might have won Rookie of the Year, I think. But yeah, that's all I got on him.
All right. All right, KD didn't make my list. Okay. He could have.
Yeah.
But I felt like Granger and AK-47 deserve some love because they had their team in the playoffs. Right. So, you know, there you go. Sean Marion, my number 8. Weird shot.
Yeah.
Good defender. Sean Marion.
You know what? That's my number 8 too, because I just realized I had misplaced them. But behind, in front of my number, in front the person I wanted at number 7. So yeah, Sean Marion, he my number 8 also. The Matrix. He had a weird shaped head. He wore 31. So yeah.
All right. That's a lot of love from Championship Ringside, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. We ain't going to waste too much time on these guys because, you know. Peja Stojakovic.
That is my number 7 also. God damn it.
Well, okay, so I'm going to give him some love.
Yeah.
One of the greatest shooters of all time.
Right.
A threat to be a top 5 shooter of all time. Matter of fact, let's get into a debate right now. Better shooter all time. Peja or Klay Thompson?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough because people forget Peja was nice.
People
like,
forget.
He took all he was like a consistent 20-point scorer. Like he was scoring 22, 23 a game. Even when he got traded to Indiana. So Peja was a dog.
He was in Indiana?
Yeah, he was in Indiana before he came to the Hornets.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They made a trade for the person who's next on my list.
Well, let's not forget how good he was in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason he made my list. I forgot his years with the Hornets was the other reason, but he definitely got a threat to be one of the top 5 shooters of all time. I get Larry, I get Reggie, I get Ray. I mean, not Larry, Steph. But Larry, JJ, Kyle Korver, and Klay, Peja got a conversation. Peja could walk in that building and say it was him.
Like, even if I don't...
Well, maybe not Larry. Larry probably was pretty good up there.
Even if I don't put...
That 5th spot debatable.
I have Peja no less than 5th.
I wouldn't say no less than 5th, but he debatable in that 5th spot.
Because...
He could be as high as 5. That's what I'm going to say.
I'll put him over Reggie.
I wouldn't.
I think I would.
I think it's a difference between being a fire shooter as a third person versus the best player. Like, we know we about to go to Reggie. Peja was like, Chris Webber gonna set him up.
Maybe I just devalue Reggie.
Probably so. You should put some respect on the man. He had the heart to have a flat top. Jordan tried to scratch him in the eye because something he said. That's a lot of respect right there.
I do. I used to have so much respect for Reggie Miller.
He was on your top 10 shooting guards.
Yeah.
Man. Come on now.
Remember we used to have that debate, Iverson versus Reggie Miller? And I'd be like, yeah, Reggie Miller might have been better.
We was tripping.
Yeah, I definitely was tripping.
We had that debate for real?
We used to have that debate a lot.
Really?
You used to say Iverson, but I was like...
Oh, shit. Okay, you was tripping.
Damn. Probably gelato.
Yeah, I'm about to say that strand was bad. Leave that one alone.
Yeah, probably Mojo.
Ooh, on the Four Locos? Yeah. 10 itself. Shit, Reggie Miller wasn't bad. Reggie Miller wasn't bad, yeah.
Home Alone was a great family, man. Oh. Shit. Woo. I was saying all kind of weird shit. Yeah. I never had wife and kids.
All that to stay off the papers, boy.
Oh,
trying to pass them tests.
Shout out to trying to stay clean.
Oh, man.
Straight arrow. We tried.
Number 6, Ron Artest.
God damn it. That's my fucking number 6 also.
Meta World Peace, one of the best defenders, one of the best wing defenders of all time.
One defensive player of the year.
Defensive player of the year. Became one of the better players in like what, 04? Was it 04?
Man, dude was a bucket from day one. He didn't get the opportunity in Chicago because they had Elton Brand.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He could make it, but once he finally became the All-Star, I think that was like 04, I think. Mm-hmm. So that was his real peak, but clearly became a big threat in the game. Of course, big threat with Houston.
Sacramento. He was in Indiana, and he got traded to Sacramento for Peja. Right.
I see what you mean now, because he did spend that year with Sacramento. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all I got on. Meta World Peace.
Yeah, crazy man.
All right, let's go. Let's keep going. Where we at? We in the top 5 now?
Yeah.
Trace McGrady.
Oh, yeah, I got Meg a little higher.
He never got his team out the first round.
Yep.
And what I'm gonna credit Tracy McGrady for, everybody else did it too. So if I'm crediting Tracy McGrady for being one of the greatest scorers in the 2000s, the top 4 above him also had at least one season where they was considered like, he probably was the best scorer this season.
Yeah.
So they also considered he got out the first fucking round. So, and plus I had to stay consistent because I think I had Tracy McGrady below you know who in my shooting guard. So there you go.
I got Vince Carter.
Vince Carter. I knew he was gonna do that.
Yeah.
We've been here, done that on the shooting guard apparently. So go ahead.
I mean, he was bald, greatest dunk of all time.
In game.
Greatest dunk of all time.
Whoa.
I mean,
all right. Well, look,
I feel like Levine had a better performance.
Okay.
But like just all around the total package, yeah, give me Vince. Give me young Vince.
So I'm gonna go in game Vince. I'll give you that. If you go in game, Vince Carter.
Yeah, I give you.
There's no way. Okay.
Yeah, I give you that. But
all right. That'll
I'm
just
just
make
saying,
sure.
like as a total package, I take Vince. I take Vince's performance in the contest and everything else he did in game and put that up against anybody. Like Levine, like I said, dunk contest, he got that. I give him that. But
all right, I'll let you slide with that one. All right, what else you got?
He went to North Carolina. Man, that's about it.
And one of the greatest scorers of the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he's my number 4. Of course, he's one of the greatest in-game dunkers of all time. Top 5 Toronto Raptor.
Right.
He kind of dropped the ball with Jason Kidd, but, it is what it is. But you got Toronto to conference finals, I guess. You could have gotten to the no, not the conference finals, the semi-conference finals.
Yeah, it was the second round.
Yeah. So, that's the only reason I did edge you over T-Mac. Honestly, if you wouldn't have done that, T-Mac would have been clearly above you. But, it is what it is. I had to reward that part because y'all kind of similar. So, here's my number 4.
And they got the same blood in them, so.
There it is.
Yeah.
There's my number 4.
So, my number 4, I got Melo.
Come on, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, what you got? Go ahead.
Melo, I mean, it's Melo. Like, the reason why, all right, I was, whatever.
What?
Yeah, I was about to say what it is, but fuck it. All right, so the reason why I got the other guy ahead of Melo, because I look at it as like, they kind of was, like, Melo had that one year where they went, was it the conference finals against the Lakers?
Yeah.
Like, he had that year.
09. So
I give him that, but other than that, it was first round exit after first round exit. And it's like, he did get past, like, unlike other people, but other guy in his prime was just like a little bit better than Melo in his prime. That's why
I'll give you that, but I got Melo number 3 on my list. And I feel like, yes, because of that 09 season, he does edge Tracy fucking McGrady. Yes,
that's my number 3. So.
Yeah, he does edge Tracy McGrady because at least he got them to that point. I love Tracy McGrady.
That's true.
I think Tracy McGrady deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of scores of all time. I don't care if I'm overrating him, but I just think from what I've seen from him play, one of the best scores I've ever seen. But I gotta penalize him for that. I gotta penalize for that 3-1 lead. I gotta penalize him for that. It's like, at least Melo had the intelligence to get these dudes to the conference finals.
But
Melo was a good scorer too.
I mean,
Melo was a dominant scorer too.
Once they got rid of Iverson and got Chauncey Billups in the lineup,
True, but still.
Oh, but yeah, I give it. I had Melo third in the MVP that year.
I'm not mad. I guess that's it. But I'm not mad at you. But I have to edge Melo. When Melo, Vince, and T-Mac all had a similar career in the 2000s. So because they all had a year where they was probably the best scorer. They all maybe Tracy McGrady had 2 or 3, but even Melo had 2. So it's like, all right, Melo had some, Vince had some. So it's like, all right, so what I'm gonna base it off? I just base it off. Okay, T-Mac couldn't get out the first round during 2000. Vince got to the second round. Melo got to the conference. shitty concept, but you know.
It is, but my concept I got probably even more shitty because I base it off of, all right, give T-Mac, Chauncey Billups, whatever.
Yeah,
team.
Yeah,
it's like they'll probably be
Doc Rivers
like a little more better than what they was.
We're not blaming Doc Rivers enough for T-Mac downfall.
Yeah,
like this is your fault,
and
Doc Rivers.
He like his best player, second best player was always hurt. He had Mike Miller, coked up Sean Kemp, Patrick Ewing. It's like that was his best teammates.
Come on, man. Coked up Sean Kemp.
The
thick one. Not
he was looking like real thick.
Yeah, the wrestler.
He was looking like Kamala.
Well, all right. We'll let
to mention, Mag, bro, come, you know he had on his feet.
Go ahead, sponsor. Go ahead.
Come on, man. Adidas, the 3 stripes.
So yeah, we gonna roll with that. What am I about to say? Okay, that's our number 3, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I guess number 2 is Paul Pierce.
I got Grant Hill.
All right.
I'm fucking with you.
I know you is. Yeah. Grant Hill's name should have been got thrown out here by now.
Grant Hill.
He disappeared after like what, 04?
Yeah, Grant Hill probably in the shout outs.
If that, I was like, I couldn't find a way to put him in there. I was like,
yeah.
Nah, not Grant Hill. But Paul Pierce, Mr. Doodle himself.
Yeah, he is shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had kind of an up and down 2000s. Like he was popping in the beginning.
Right.
You know, him and Antonio. Then Antonio left, and he was just a good scorer. You know, somebody to mention in the top 10 conversation of scorers.
Yep.
And then they made the trade of all time. Well, not trade, but some of the best business moves of all time.
Yeah, it was just like, you know, amongst friends. You know, I used to, when you was young, you trade cards and action figures and shit like that. That's all it was.
Pretty much. And then that's when Paul Pierce got his finals MVP, which edged him above everybody.
Yep.
And
because if he wouldn't have had that, he would have been up there with the T-Mac,
right.
Carmelo, Vince.
And let's not forget that championship made Kevin Garnett forget he even played for Minnesota because he don't even...
What? Wait, KD played for Minnesota?
He don't acknowledge them at all.
Man, nah, you know, KD lied familiar. I remember.
Did they retire his number?
Who?
Minnesota. Did they retire KG number?
I think Patrick Beverly was wearing it. I'm fucking with you. I think they did retire. No, they didn't retire.
Wow.
But nobody's wearing it, though. But him and the owner are like each other. So I
Still
think
in all. It's like, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, Kevin Garnett rep Boston like he from Boston. Like he got drafted to him and everything.
I think Boston retired his number.
They did? I know Boston did.
He played there for 5 years. I mean, he won the championship. And he was KG.
Let me see. Let me check this. Let me fact check this. Well, this is about Paul Pierce, though. So, shout out to Paul Pierce. I would think a top 10 Celtic of all time. I don't even see how you can name 10 better. Arguably 5, but...
Didn't we name him on our top 10?
I think he did make 5.
I'm pretty sure.
I think he did edge 5 at some point. You know, shout out to Dave Cowens, though.
Shout out to Dave Cowens. What he doing, right? Is he dead?
I have no clue.
Well, if you're not dead, I hope you're doing something productive. Like a puzzle or something. You looking up KG?
Yeah.
Is you looking up his shoes? Because I can tell you what he wore.
They don't look like the boy retired.
Yeah, they had a beef video between KG and the owner.
Yeah, they got Bill Russell, Malik Sealy, and Flip. Not Lil Flip, of course.
I was like, what Lil Flip playing for?
Hey, look, he probably had a hell of a concert there. It was Flip Saunders. But Paul Pierce, it's about you. And I don't know, I guess we kind of named it, still talking about KG, so, you know.
Yeah.
And no scoring titles, but look, the finals MVP got you at number 2.
And you call a game.
Yeah.
So
epic moment.
Yeah.
But we all know who number 1 is. Drafted in 03 and pretty much took over the league Kobe ran the league to me till for the rest of this decade. But arguably the second best player in since 05, 06?
Yeah.
Yeah, arguably the second best player in the league. LeBron James.
LeBron James.
He had a scoring title, huh?
Yep.
Scoring title.
31 a game.
Instant All-Star. And let's be honest,
MVP?
top five player of all time, and didn't win a championship, so he definitely was going through the blues.
Yeah, the
during,
moments
during the
though.
2000s, where people was just like, going at his top about, not winning championships, choking in the finals, choking in the playoffs. Dwight Howard still talking shit about it. Like, yeah, I'm glad we beat him.
And he lost 4-1 to that Magic. How? I mean, Magic was a bad matchup for y'all.
Yeah, but you know how they feel. Oh, Jordan would have done this. Jordan would have done that. Jordan would have.
I mean, but John only played 6 years. So
Wait, I just realized this. Wait, this is the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Jordan didn't make the list?
No.
Damn.
What you gonna make the list for? Bald his head?
Okay.
I can't even hold it in.
Wow. Nah, he played 2 years, huh?
Okay. Oh.
Who was your number 10?
Captain Jack, Steven Jackson.
Okay.
Man, won a championship, and he was a part of the biggest upset in NBA history at that time.
All right, look.
The first 8 seed to knock out a 1 seed. What Jordan did.
This we gonna close it out.
He had tendonitis.
Congratulations, LeBron James. You're number 1 on his top 10 small forwards 2000s. But I do want to know this. Do y'all feel like Jordan is a top 10 small forward of the 2000s? That's actually, I never thought about that. I forgot all about him making this whole list.
What did Jordan do?
He played 2 years with the Wizards.
Okay, what did he do? Like he wasn't even, he barely scored.
You got Steven Jackson at 10.
But he wasn't like the first year he played like 40 games. Then the second year he was just Jordan, but like not Jordan though. I think it was Mitchell Jordan. I
don't know.
I don't think it was Michael Jordan.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I know somebody gonna have some type of story out there if I put this out there.
Some Jordan head probably put Jordan up. They're like, oh man, this is why Jordan was a great small forward.
I got Danny Granger number 10. Keem got Steven Jackson number 10. Was Jordan better than them two in the 2000s? Y'all let us know. Hit us up. That's the end of this episode.